Here's my question, because there was so much talk that Stephen Fulton Jr. was going to fight Brandon Figueroa in a rematch at 126, that you guys were going up in weight, but now you're defending your titles against Naoya Inoue in Japan. Tell us why.
I was in talks with Brandon Figueroa back in November before the Inoue fight, and I was only going to do that because to silence the critics. Everybody was talking, and oh, it was a close fight, and this person won, this one lost. So I wanted to silence the critics. But after I heard that Inoue was moving up, I made the call to Lou Cuba, and we all got Al on the phone. That we made it happen. Al gave me the blessing, and that's something I wanted to do. And I feel like that's how my whole career went. Anything I wanted to do, Al allow me to do that, as well as me wanting it for myself.
And I love too that you're saying I was going to do this rematch and go up in weight.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I was going to test him out at 126 because
I love.
I feel like I made the weight wrong the first time when I fought him, and then I corrected myself. That's why I looked so clean and fresh. And then your Roman fight.
But tell me then, what went into your decision to go over to Japan to fight Inoue when he's the one coming up in weight? You're the one with the titles at 122 and the belt on the line.
I need some excitement. I need some excitement. Nothing is exciting me no more. I feel like this is when I come alive. This is when I feel like everyone's looking at me like, oh, his back is against the wall. Why is the champion going over Japan? I called this fight back in 2021, 2020. I've been said that. I said, I'm going to have to go to Japan and fight. I told my coach, I'm going to have to go to Japan and fight him. And he didn't understand. He's like, man, why would you do that? It's the same thing. Why would you go there? And I said, that's a big fight. I said, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And now look where we at.
Do you think you can get a decision in Japan?
I mean, I feel like when you take those type of trips, you don't just go over there for a decision. But if it comes down to that, I feel like yes. Yes.
This will be the first time for you fighting outside of the country. What's your feelings on that? How will you manage like the training? When do you feel like you need to go over there to get acclimated to the time change? And is it like a couple weeks, a week before, a month? What?
I'm not sure exactly yet when I will go over there, but as far as this is my first time fighting out of the country. I've been doing this since I was a child. I was 17, 18, flew out to Russia on my own, St. Petersburg, Russia on my own to fight for USA boxing. Then after that, I was in the WSB, fought over in Italy against somebody that was 5-0 who was a pro, but he was supposed to be amateur. But you know how people do the little ring if they do that. So I've been going. It's like I got a lot of prep me for this. I was prepped for this.
And you talk about a lot, and in the past, Ramadan has kind of affected some of your fights. How is that going to affect you going into such a huge fight like this?
I honestly want the fight to be like during Ramadan. I feel way better when it's like that.
Really?
I love hitting my back against that wall. I love it. I feel like I train harder. I focus more. My body is more pure. I feel like everything comes in alignment with myself when I train during Ramadan or fight during these times. I done fought 4 times during Ramadan. 3 years in a row, I got knockouts.
Wow. Now, listen, you know this. Inoue is considered one of the pound-for-pound best. Some even at points had him at the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's a big puncher for his size. What do you say to those who say, man, I love Cool Boy Steph. I don't know if he's got enough pop to keep Inoue off of him?
I don't have nothing to say. You want to know why? Because I feel like the hype is around amongst him because he's a Japanese person doing these things. That's all. I feel like that's the hype is around him because of that. Not only that, power don't just win fights. I'm smart. How you think I got here? My skill, my mindset, my speed, my slickness. And guess what? Everybody say I don't got power until they get in there and these guys is not fighting everybody how they used to fight these guys. So I feel like you can't speak on power when everyone wear them 8-ounce gloves. Everyone has power. You feel every punch.
How do you see this fight playing out in the ring? Because the one thing I love about you, Cool Boy, is that you will tell us, hey, look, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to beat this guy. Or I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. How do you see this fight against Inoue playing out in the ring?
I feel like I'm just going to show swag in this fight, show style, show class. I feel like I'm gonna outclass him. I feel like the power is not going to matter to me. The power may be matter to the fans because they're looking at the records, but who has he fought of my style? Who has he fought? We seen everyone comes forward to him and try to dog him out and then get hit with some crazy shots. You never seen somebody that can mix it up like me. I have a style for every fighter, and it showed.
What do you think boxing writers should say about Stephen Fulton Jr. after he fights Inoue?
I don't want them to say nothing. I want everybody to keep that same energy. I don't want nobody to say nothing. Don't praise me. Don't do none of that. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm doing what I've been knew I can do. Y'all just realizing this. So I don't really want no reporter, no writer to say it. It ain't much they can say. It ain't gonna be much that they can say. They all gonna be speechless.
Does this mean after this fight, win or lose, you're staying at 122?
After this fight, I'm fighting Tyson Fury, man. After this fight, I'm going up to fight Tyson Fury, man. I win this, I'm going up to fight Tyson Fury. It's that. No, we'll see though. I definitely want to become undisputed, so we'll see. But if Tyson Fury do present it, so I'm here.